जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय जशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। जशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। जशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। जशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। जमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
टाइम को बढ़ाओ, स्पीड बढ़ाओ. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Krishna Chandra, Radha Krishna Chandra Radhe. Jayo Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga Jayo Nitai Gauranga. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharia Ashtotra Shadashi Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charan Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharia Ashtotra Shadashi Srimad Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye Nashtaprayeshvabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtikim. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 20th chapter, text number 32 to 34. Text number 32 I will read it by myself, and 33 also I will read it. 34 we will chant together. Aho Rupam Aho Dairyam Aho Asya Navam Vayaha Madhye Kamayamanam Akameva Visarpati. Translation. The demons praised her. Oh, what a beauty! What rare self-control! What a budding youth! In the midst of us all who are passionately longing for her, she is moving about like one absolutely free from passion. Text number 33. Vitarkyanto Bahuda Tam Sandhyam Pramadakritim Abhisambhavaya Vishrambat Paryaprachan Kumedasaha. Translation. Indulging in various speculations about the evening twilight, which appeared to them endowed with the form of a young woman, the wicked-minded asuras treated her with respect and fondly spoke to her as follows. Kasikasyasi Ramboru Kovartaste atra bhamini Rupadravina Panyena Durbaganno Vibadase. Word to word meaning. Ka, U, Asi, are you, Kasya, belonging to whom, Asi, are you? Rambhoro, O pretty one. Ka, what? Va, or. Artaha, object. Te, your. Atra, year. Bhamini, O passionate lady. Rupa, beauty. Dravina, priceless. Panyena, with a commodity. Durbhagan, unfortunate. Naha, us. Vibhadase, you tantalize. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Who are you, O pretty girl? Whose wife or daughter are you? And what can be the object of your appearing before us? Why do you tantalize us, unfortunate as we are, with the priceless commodity of your beauty? Please repeat the translation. Who are you, O pretty girl? Whose wife or daughter are you? And what can be the object of your appearing before us? Why do you tantalize us, unfortunate as we are, with the priceless commodity of your beauty? Purport. The mentality of the demons in being enamored by the false beauty of this material world is expressed herein. The demoniac can pay any price for the skin beauty of this material world. They work very hard all day and night, but the purpose of their hard work is to enjoy sex life. Sometimes they misrepresent themselves as karma yogis, not knowing the meaning of the word yoga. Yoga means to link up with the Supreme Personality of Godhead or to act in Krishna consciousness. A person who works very hard, no matter in what occupation, and who offers the result of the work to the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is called a Karma Yogi. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Chandra Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga. So in all these verses, Bhagavatam is talking about how the fall down of the living entities in the modes of passion and ignorance can happen. How it can bewilder the intelligence of human beings. Bhagavatam is not talking about some romantic story in these verses. By describing the various aspects and features of a womanly personality or a body of a woman. Like in the previous verses also, we read about the description of the woman Sometimes someone who reads Srimad Bhagavatam can mistake that why is all these things being mentioned, and specifically descriptions of women's face, women's breast, all these things are also mentioned. So somebody can think, why is all these things being mentioned? It is mentioned not to titillate or tantalize our feelings and emotions. Rather, these descriptions are meant for protecting oneself from spiritual fall down. Living entities can easily be misdirected by the various aspects of this material world, especially women, money, fame. All these things are extremely dangerous. It can completely disturb the intelligence of even a very elevated person. Shastra itself gives various examples of very elevated souls getting carried away by all these things. And the first one is Kama. Kama can completely take us away from pursuing a higher purpose in life. As human beings, we have been taught in Krishna conscious life that the purpose of human life is tapasya. The purpose of human life is not to give in to senses. Rather, one should use this mind, body, senses, everything in the service of the Lord. That is the real purpose. But then, because of past conditioning, although we know this theoretically, but yet, when certain material situations come in front of us, we succumb. In the Puranas, various personalities have succumbed. The examples are given. Just like Vyomapada Muni. He wanted to become the Brahma Rishi, so he was doing tapasya. But Indra knew how to simply trap this so-called person, and he just sent Menaka. And just by Menaka's hearing the sounds of her, what is that called? Trinkets, ankle bells. Immediately his tapasya was broken. So you see how powerful Indra knew. Kuch nahi hai. I will trap him like this. And Vishwamitra is not some ordinary person. He trapped. Similarly, Bhagavatam talks in the 9th canto about Saubhari Muni. Saubhari Muni left this entire universe, earthly planet itself, went deep into the ocean and started doing tapasya to pursue higher purpose in life. He understood that this material world, or pursuing the various aspects of this material world, will not give me anything. Let me go and engage in tapasya, giving up all the pleasures of this material world. And he went deep into the ocean. How much he must have done tapasya? Like, for example, people go underwater. It is not our place. Human beings cannot live in water. So he must have done so much tapasya to withstand the forces of water. So much of breath control he must have done. So doing all that, he went under deep inside the water and started meditating. But suddenly he saw two fishes mating. Somebody who has controlled so much breath control, left his house, left his palace, everything, going deep into the ocean, and he sees two fishes mating. Tap, gone. He opens his mouth. I want to go back. What am I doing inside this deep ocean? Let me go back. He married 50 princesses. And then led a very luxurious life with all those 50 princesses. But of course, somebody who has done some little devotional service eventually realizes the misery of this material existence, the foolishness of this material existence. So Saubhari Muni eventually realized his mistakes and again started pursuing devotional service. As Krishna says, Svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayato mahato bhayat. A little practice in Krishna consciousness saves you from the greatest danger. Another example which we are all familiar is of Ajamila. How Ajamila was a very pious Brahmin. But yet Ajamila just saw, when he was coming back, he saw in the forest, in a thicket, a woman and a man embracing, and then immediately mind started working. Dhyayato vishayan pumsam. As Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, he started meditating dhyana on that lusty scene that he had witnessed. And then from that lust developed desire. From that desire, he wanted to actually engage in that act. So he starts searching out that prostitutes, and then when you have asat sangha, then all your good qualities are lost. So from one level, you start falling down, next level, and there's no end. It goes on. Ajamila's life is a personification of how self-destructive one can become. There's no end to it. Recently, I saw one video. When I am telling this, I am remembering that how that video is very relevant. Especially like now, examples of Vishwamitra or Saubhari Muni or Ajamila, these are all very old examples. Even in this current age and time, like in this video I saw is some person they have brought him to the court in America. He has done some theft. And he is standing in front of the judge. And the judge heard the case. One lady judge is sitting there. She heard the case of the theft. And then just before she is pronouncing the judgment, she again stares at this person. He will be some 50 years. The judge is also 50 years. The judge stares at the culprit. And the judge asks that, are you Mr. So-and-so? Are you not Mr. So-and-so from this school, from this town? So that culprit is shocked. What? How do you know? You were my classmate in school. And that fellow immediately closes his eyes and starts crying. And this lady is smiling. And then she turns towards the audience and she says, this boy was such a nice boy. He was a champion in basketball. Like this, she starts. Then she turns and says, what an idiot have you become? And that boy is even more, and that man is even more crying. He's so embarrassed because he's finding that his own classmate is the judge and he become a criminal doing petty thievery job. So you see, somebody he must have been a nice boy in his young age. The same school they have studied. One is a judge in the court, another is he has become a thief. Recently, another episode I was reading in Delhi, that how, see, womanly beauty can be exploited so much because a man is by nature weak. So in Delhi what they do is, you see how people can use this to exploit you so much. So they say, there is one restaurant in Delhi. It's a high-end restaurant. And in that restaurant, there will be, when you enter that restaurant, there like you go when you enter a restaurant, there will be many tables and many chairs. So you go and sit in a chair and a table. And then this restaurant has employed very beautiful model looking kind of girls with nice modern dresses. They will be seated on a table. And you go, and especially single man who goes there, he will be seated on a table. And right next to that table, another one lady who has been planted by the restaurant, a model, she will come and sit next to that table. Another next to the table. And in that table, that lady will smile at him. And man, wow, nice beautiful woman, she's smiling at me. And then they'll start talking. The woman is trained to talk to her. Yes, how are you? Where are you from? And then obviously the man, please come and sit here, he says. And then she comes and they start talking. They become very friendly. And and then the man says, please order whatever you want. No, everything was on me. I'll buy for you. And then she starts ordering. She orders many things. And then After having little, she cannot eat everything, little she will eat. And then she'll tell, I'll just go to the bathroom and come. And then disappear. And then he gets the bill, 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 rupees bill. And then he sees, my God. And then he looks, where is this woman? Woman is gone. Woman has disappeared. And then he asks the restaurant people, what is this so much costly? Yeah, in our bill, this is the rates. You pay. If you don't pay, we will get beating nightly. So you see how a man's weakness is exploited. So somebody like this got cheated, he went to the police and he complained, like this they are doing to me. So that has come in the newspaper and everywhere. This is the way. Now like this, thousands of incidents, day in, day out are happening. So what you perceive as happiness, we think that this feminine form will give me great joy, will give me great happiness. But actually what is happening? You are being cheated in this so-called artificial beauty. You are being nicely cheated, beaten up. In every aspect. As soon as you think that material senses will give you happiness. Now, these are direct evidences. But as soon as you think that material senses will give me happiness, actually you are being cheated. You are trying to experience happiness where there is nothing there. Punah charvita charvanana. Why even go near that? It will not give you happiness. It will not give you pleasure. It's a mirage. A devotee realizes param drishtva nivartate. He understands that he is experiencing happiness on a higher platform. If he is experiencing a happiness on a higher platform, automatically the lower pleasures he will automatically come. That is why Prabhupada constantly says our sadhana, our chanting, our reading, our sangha, our association. We will not associate with somebody who is pursuing material happiness. Somebody who is constantly telling, hey, this mall will give us happiness, this movies will give us happiness, this sports will give us happiness. We know this is asat sanga tyaga. Sadhu sangha we take, not asat sangha. Then we will come to that platform of param drishtva nivartate. So every day, because Maya is Prabhupada says this, Ajamila saw only one woman in a thicket in the forest. In Kali Yuga, what Ajamila saw, every day we are seeing. Anywhere you go, you just go on the Central Avenue Road, you turn left, there is a park there and you can see Ajamila and so many, these kind of characters sitting there. So how much more dangerous it is in Kali Yuga? Far, far more dangerous it is our situation. We must be far more spiritually situated to handle these kind of various kind of distractions which material world which Maya will constantly throw in front of us. Only if we sincerely chant Krishna's name, and especially like here it is being said that the evening time is the mode of passion. You see, evening only, everybody, all the dates happen when? Sham chalte, sham ko. That's when your all desires will rise. Evening time, very nice, yeah, sham. When the Suraj is down, we go to the restaurant, we'll sit, we'll enjoy. Anybody goes to the party in the early morning at 6 o'clock? Nobody goes. See, our body is, the modes of nature doesn't work like that. It is automatic that early morning, you are not interested in such kind of thing. Of course, some real demoniac people, they will do that, but that is less. Comparatively, it is not very suitable for such kind of sensual activities. But evening time, evening time, we'll have a blast in the evening. We'll have a blast in the night. Because modes of nature takes over by that time. So evenings are like that. So that's why Prabhupada said, for us, if the time is very good for spiritual activity, what we should do? We should practice spiritual life. Early morning time, Brahma Muhurta time, early morning up to 7:30, 8 o'clock, best time to do all our spiritual activities, so we do as well. Evening time, not good. What we should do if the time is not good? Again do spiritual activity. If it is very good, then you do spiritual activity, Krishna conscious activity. If the time is not good, then also we do Krishna. For us, that is the solution. Good or bad, we engage in Krishna. That's why Prabhupada says, every devotee must attend Kirtana and class in the morning and in the evening. Because it is like that. Morning is good time, so we will utilize that good time. Evening, it is not good time, it is bad time for spiritual activity. That time, please engage, because otherwise you will fall down. So Prabhupada said that devotees should come attend Kirtana and classes both in the morning and in the evening. And the rest of the day, we engage our body, mind and senses. We must engage. If your body is not engaged, then we will also succumb to Maya. Because ultimately mind keeps giving ideas. Mind keeps giving ideas. Mind will not allow you peace. So as soon as we are idle mind is devil's workshop. Asura is giving ideas. So asuras are badly behaved, but they talk, they are rough, rude, everything. But when a beautiful woman comes, they have become so gentlemen. Arey, you're so beautiful, so all nice. Nectar is flowing from their mouth. Sweet words are coming out from their mouth. Why sweet words? Because behind that sweet words, what is the man thinking? I am the enjoyer. I will enjoy this. This I will enjoy this mentality is because of lack of Krishna consciousness. A devotee of the Lord, he knows Krishna is the enjoyer. I am not the enjoyer. When he sees beauty, he sees Krishna in that beauty. He sees how that beauty, like for example, we want to do a stage. We want to decorate the deities. We want to make it very beautiful. As much beauty as possible. Let us put our brain intelligence to make it more beautiful. It is for the glorification. It is for the pleasure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the thought process behind that. We want to decorate the deities gorgeously. The center is Krishna. In the material world is how I can decorate myself, how I can make myself more and more beautiful. That is the purpose in the material world. So, this shifting of thought process that we have, we must work on that. ध्यायतो विषयान पुंसाम संगस्तेषु उपजायते संगात संजायते कामः. Your dhyana, Krishna so beautifully explained in the Bhagavad Gita. All these aspects. Very systematically, rationally, Krishna. The Bhagavad Gita gives you complete of the human mind, how it is made up of, clear-cut analysis Krishna has made. We start meditating, dhyayato vishayan pumva sangastesh upajayate. We develop attachment to those particular things. We need to break those attachments. Those false attachments we need to break. It is possible only by chanting Krishna's name. By sincerely engaging in Krishna's name, we will be able to track, we will be able to break this very deep nexus of our body, mind and senses. Otherwise, it's not easy. Demon saw this womanly body as an object for exploitation. Whereas a devotee sees beauty as Krishna's energy to be used and served for Krishna. That is what it is. By tasting a higher beauty, by tasting a higher beauty of Radha Krishna, we will be able to give up the lower beauty of all this material world. We must keep good association, good devotee association. If we have, then our mind can be controlled, because Sangha is very, very important. If we associate with the opposite sex freely, we develop attachment to that. First, even just unwanted glance, we see somebody, immediately mind is a very very soft thing. Immediately that glance, from that unwanted desire starts coming. Then the desire will intensify. Very, very tricky. And once the desire intensify, our principles we are willing to compromise. And as soon as we compromise, we become a slave. Become a slave. Krishna says, what leads to attachment? Lust. From lust to anger, anger to delusion, delusion to loss of intelligence, and ultimately our spiritual death. Here it is being saying that Rupadravina, in this verse, it is being saying how Rupadravina, in the earlier, Kasi kasyasi ramboru ko vartaste atra bhamini Rupadravina panyena durbhaga no vibadase. Who are you? Oh pretty girl, whose wife or daughter are you? And what can be the object of your appearing before us? Why do you tantalize us, unfortunate as we are, with the priceless commodity of your beauty? Rupadravina panyena. So, we must be very, very careful. We must be very, very careful. Our Mind, it's a very, very intense activity. Very intense activity. So the descriptions of all these kind of subject matters in Bhagavatam is not to give you a license or not to titillate you. It is rather to warn you. To warn you. To give you intelligence, how you can overcome all these kind of things. We'll stop here if there's any question, comments. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की.